Hey welcome to Zville Lessons for Live channel. My name is Xander Villain. Here we try to teach you how to play the song, make it your own, while still staying true to the material. Today we're going to cover Fleetwood Mac's Dreams. Now we're going to do this in two parts. The first part is for the intermediate players, so it doesn't have a lot of detail on how to play the chord and stuff like that. If you want to jump ahead to the beginner section where I get into all the detail on how to play the chords, what fret I'm on and all that stuff, go ahead and click the button down there in the description section. It'll say beginner with a time code. Click on that time code, it'll jump ahead in the video. Let's get started. All right, welcome to the intermediate section of the song, where I'm just going to show you kind of the chords real quick and then show you some of the fill-ins and the leads. It's a 2-chord song, except for on the lead, it adds an A chord. So it's an F. I like doing it like that instead of a full bar chord. And then when it goes to the G, I do that instead of a bar chord or a top end bar chord like that. So that's for the opening. Once the vocals start, I go to a picking. You want your freedom. Now who am I to keep you down? And then when it gets to the thunder, there's one other vocal in there that I go back to the picking. So thunder only happens when it's raining. There's only love you when they're playing. This part, women. Now women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. Here's what goes to lead and you add the A. You'll know. You just do that twice, and then it's back to the F and G. And I just do bar chords. Actually, I don't do anything because I'm playing a lead. But now that picking part is not what he's doing on the album. That's the way I do it because I sing back up on the song and I have to pick it. And the other part's a little too complicated for me to do while I'm singing. Let's get into the fills now for the intermediate guys here. To start with, the first one, remember he's using a volume pedal on this. Right? He's bringing up each note with a volume pedal. Wow, 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 wow. I don't use a volume pedal, so I just do it nice and easy. So it's B string, right? 3rd fret, 5th fret, 3rd fret, 1st fret, adding the 2nd fret on the G string. But I also, now you can add the open D note on that. So not only are you getting that A in there, that 2nd octave A, but you're adding the D note and the E note, the 1st string. And then you use that same pattern, the 1st fret on B string, the or 2nd string, and the 2nd fret on 3rd string, which is your G string, and you slide up. I go open, and then I'd move the finger down to the 2nd fret of the 4th string, which is your D string. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so it's... And then I do a D, D string, A string, 2nd fret, open, 2nd fret, open on the 3rd, 4th string, and then the 5th string, 3rd fret, C to A. So it's... kind of a flam. So that's the beginning. And then once the vocals start, you use those same patterns except for one other one. So it's now here you go again, you say, back, that same one. And that's on the D string, the 4th string, using that E note, E, G, E, D, C, A. So once again, 4th string to the 3rd string, 4th string, 5th string. And then it goes back to the very first pattern. Have you any dreams you like to sell? Dreams of loneliness like a heartbeat drives you mad. Right? So that's that area right there. That's the fills. It does the same thing on the 2nd verse after the lead. Let's just show you the lead real quick. All right, for your intermediate players, here's the lead section. It's going to be based out of A on a minor pentatonic scale. You're only using the top 4 or the bottom 4 strings, 1 through 4. And it's basically, if you look real close, I don't know if it's better that way, but I'll just do it this way. It's this is the tough part. While you're still letting this ring out on your 7th fret of your D string, your 4th string, you grab with your 7th fret with your G string, with your ring finger, moving the pinky up to the 8th fret of your B string, your 2nd string, and then put that index finger back on the 5th fret of your D string, 1st string. Take a look. So it's then back to the F. Hopefully that made sense. If you need to learn more about that, check out the beginner section where I'll explain every note. Hi, welcome to the beginner section of Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. To start with, it's a 2-chord song. We add a 3rd chord for the lead only. It's basically a bar chord of F, and you could do a bar chord of G as well. But what I like to do is I like to do the F this way. I don't like barring it like this. I don't like laying my finger across, so. And then I like doing an open G. You could do it with 2 fingers on your 1st and 2nd string. And then if you don't know what a G chord is the 3rd fret of the 6th string, your E, your top, your 2nd fret of your A string, which is your 5th string, you're open here on the middle 2 strings, and then you're barring these 2 with these 2 fingers, your pinky and your ring finger, on the 1st and 2nd strings, your E and your B strings. And that's basic G chord. You can also do it with just 1 finger on the E only, leaving the B open. That works too. Either way works. So for the F chord, if you don't know what an F chord is, it's barring the 1st fret, all the strings with your index finger, and then adding your ring and your pinky finger to the 3rd fret of your 5th and 4th string, your middle finger on the 3rd string to the 2nd fret, right there, and then back, you got it barred over here. So that's a bar chord. What I do is I get rid of the E string, which is your 6th string right here, and I go to just the bottom 5 strings. Then that open G I just showed you. I know this is a tough one for you guys. If you're brand new, this is a tough chord. That's why it's actually easier to do it this way than to do it that way, because you might not have your index finger able to grab all of them yet. So you're just worried about grabbing those two, because these three right here are handling, these three fingers right here are handling that whole section. So you really don't need that bottom F, because that's all you're getting with the top up here. Otherwise, you're just doing the bottom two strings right there. And then the other section for the rhythm would be when the lead comes in and it goes to an A, and that's a bar. So you could do, or you could bar it. If you want to get good at barring, this is a good spot to try it. This is the lead. Bow, ba da 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 da, ba da 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 da. A barred on the 5th, G barred on the 3rd, F barred on the 1st, G barred on the 3rd, and back to the F. Now here you go again, right? Back to the vocals. Hopefully that made sense for you guys. Now, let's talk about the fills. So now that you've got the F and the G, if you want to try to play the fills, you don't have to. If you're a very beginner, just go ahead and play along with the song like down, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. Slightly muting it with your palm here. Down, down, up, up, down, down, up, 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 and down, down, up, 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 and down, down, up, 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 and down, down, up. It's really about just getting a funk going, not trying to count the downs and ups. I don't recommend counting downs and ups once you kind of get into it, because then you're just, or counting measures. Just go ahead and, you know, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop counting measures and just groove. I'll slow it down. Once the vocals come in, after that whole little lead at the beginning, I do picking. Except for the pauses, you know, that little pause like right there, it's just down and back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's the 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1, 2, 3, 4. See, I put a little pause in there, so I just skip a string here and there. I never do it exactly the same. It's just kind of like... See, I just kind of strum one of them. And then when the thunder only happens when that kicks in, I go to that funk again. Happens when it's raining. I'll slow it down. Players only love you when they're playing. Now I go to picking again. Women, they will come and they will go. Then back to the funk. When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. Lead. There's those bar chords again. Second part of the lead. A, fifth, G, third, F, first, G. Back to the vocals, right? So that's basically how that whole rhythm section's done. Now I'll give you the clue in on the fill really quick. You'll have to work on this on your own. So the first one is on the B string, your second string on the 3rd fret, up to the 5th fret. So index finger, then up to the 5th fret on your 2nd string, your B string, back down, then to the 1st fret on your B string, to the 2nd fret on your G string, which is your 3rd string. Now see how I slid that? I didn't pick that. And then you can hit the bottom 4 strings for that. You can hit the D on down to the G, back to the F. Now that is the same position there. So you're going 3rd, 5th, 3rd, 1st, then 2nd on your 3rd string, and holding a chord, right? It's pretty easy little chord right there. Boom and boom. When you come back in for the second pattern, after a few rounds, you go, you do the same thing as this. So you're doing 2nd on your G with your middle finger, to the 4th on your G, your 3rd string, back down, and then open, and then to the 2nd on your D string, which is your 4th string, but you're keeping this note in there. So you're taking this finger off, your middle finger, but you're keeping your B right here. I'm just showing you by using my middle finger on that and picking them together. I'm not sure if you're working on finger picking. I don't do much of it. That's about as far as I go with finger picking. So it's, but I don't do it that way. I do it with just a pick. So it's, and I'm going to the G chord because it's the fill. So it's, I messed that up, but, and then the last part of that first opening thing is, which is on your D string. You flam off with your middle finger on the 2nd fret. Go to the A string, which is your 5th string, with your index finger to the C note, and then open A on your 5th string. I flam off it like I don't pick it the whole. Here or I should say hammer on, not flam off. I hammer on, then pick the D, the C, and the A. So it's, then it goes into the vocals. So I did that real quick, so I'm going to do it one more time for you real slow. The song starts out, you go a couple patterns, right? Now he's using, by the way, he's using a volume pedal on here to get wow, 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 wow. He's using a volume pedal for this. I don't use a volume pedal, so I just pick it nice and easy, so. back to the F. That was the first one. The second one is the same thing. You do this part first. And then instead of, you start with the D, or the E note on the D string, the second fret. Then your open G, your fourth string, or your third string. Sorry, third string. So, D string, second fret, open G, back to the D string, second fret, then to the open D, C, open A. So, that's your fourth string, third fret on your fifth string, open fifth string, which is your A. And then after that, at the very end of it, is that very first pattern. So once you go through, once the vocals start, right? Now here you go again, you say you want your freedom. Here am I to keep you down. Play the way you're feeling. Listen carefully to the sound of the organ. And now I go to the picking. And that's it, because when you come out of the lead, you do that same thing again. You come back in the end of the lead is kind of that second. Then back to the very first pattern from the beginning of the song. And then it just goes the rest of the song with just the chords, but change it to... Now this isn't the way they do it on the album. This is the way I do it. I made it my own because I sing backups on a lot of these little lines here and there. And I can't do the complicated kind of picking pattern he has going... where he's going, it's those three notes that keep changing. And I'm not sure exactly what it is, so I'm not going to try to show it to you. Now let's show you the lead, and that'll be the whole song. You just got to practice each section on your own. So the lead is, if you're good enough to do leads, if not, that's fine too. Please hit like and subscribe if you're going to shut it off now, because you don't need the lead. But basically you're going on your E string. This is a real easy lead, so this is a good one if you're a beginner at leads to practice, actually. So you're going on your E string, which is your first string, and you're sliding up to the 8th fret, down to the 5th fret, then down to the 2nd string, back up to the 1st string, and if you can, hit those two together, which is your 7th fret of your 3rd string, your G string. Hear how that nice ring out is? So I got a chorus on, by the way. If you got a chorus pedal, or if your amp has built-in chorus like mine does, that guy right there, turn it on for this song. It really makes it beautiful. 8th, 5th, 8th on the 2nd string, hit twice. Then go back up to the 5th fret of the E string, which is your A note, and then go down to the 7th fret of your G string. Those two. And then the second half of it is the 5th fret of the E string, the 8th fret of the B string, the 7th fret of the 3rd string, your D string, here there's a pause and I hit it a second time. And that's kind of like doing this. Now you're doing it on the one string upwards or downwards in tone, but upwards on the keyboard, the fretboard as you're looking down on it. So let's do it real slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now repeat it. Now here's a really tough part. It's even tough on me. He switches his index finger from being here on the B string 5th fret up to the E string, the 1st string 5th fret. And since he's got his finger on the D string's 7th fret, he adds the ring finger on the G string 7th fret and the pinky onto the 8th fret of the B. And you can't let your pinky touch the E string. The E has got to remain open because there's a note in there. So this will be a tough one for you to get. Just if you're not that experienced, just practice putting your fingers down to start with. Middle finger on the 7th fret of the 4th string, ring finger on the 7th fret of the 3rd string, pinky, get as much of a bend in your index right there, your knuckle, as you can, so you're not hitting your 1st string. You're not muting it like that. That's a hard one. On the 8th fret of the 2nd string, and then your index finger goes on the 5th fret of the, right? And that's the beautiful chord you get out of that. And he does it backwards. So I'm going to take it nice and slow again. That. Now you go again. And then right back to the F. Hopefully that made sense to you. All right, that's it. Hopefully you guys got something out of this and learned something. Thanks so much for watching. If you like our videos, please hit like and subscribe. That'll help our channel grow. To check out another video, go ahead and click that button down there. If you want to check out our channel and see all our videos and other content, go ahead and click that button over there. Come on back. We'll see you on the next one.